Santorini is an iconic Greek travel destination in the southern Aegean Sea. I'm sure you've seen pictures and videos of these white buildings with blue domes and amazing ocean views. The most popular towns on the island are called Fira and Oia, but there's actually a lot to see and do on the island, and in this video I'm sharing the top 10. So let's just get started straight away. One of the first places most people want to see in Santorini is Oia, and honestly, it does feel special. This is the village with the white buildings, blue domes, narrow paths, and those famous views over the Caldera. The whole island of Santorini is actually a volcano, and Caldera is like the hole in the center of it, which in this case is submerged into the water, and the island of Santorini is the edge of the volcano. Oia can get busy, especially later in the day, but it's still one of those places that feels worth seeing at least once. I liked just walking around slowly, stopping for photos, and looking into small shops along the way. The village is built along the cliff, so you keep getting new views of the sea as you turn different corners. The sunset is the big moment here, and the area near the old castle ruins is one of the most popular spots to watch it. It can be crowded, so it's better to arrive early if you want a good place to stand. Even with the crowds, watching the sky change color over the water is one of those classic Santorini experiences that really does live up to the hype. Fira is the main town of Santorini, and it's a great place to spend a few hours walking around. It has shops, cafes, restaurants, viewpoints, and lots of little streets where you can wander without a strict plan. It feels busier and more practical than Oia, but it still has those amazing cliffside views that make Santorini so famous. What I liked about Fira is that it gives you a bit of everything. You can walk along the Caldera edge, stop for a drink with a view, visit small museums, or just look around the shops. The views are especially nice because the town sits high above the sea, so you can see the volcano islands and the water below. Fira is the capital of Santorini. Its location is central and pretty close to the airport, so this is where many choose to stay during their visit. It's also a good base if you want to take buses to other parts of the island. Oia and Fira are similar, but they do have a different vibe, so I would definitely recommend visiting both during your trip. For something different from the views and white villages, the Akrotiri Archaeological site is a really interesting stop. It's an ancient settlement that was buried by a volcanic eruption, which is why people often compare it to a Greek version of Pompeii. The site is indoors and covered, so it's also a good activity if the sun is too strong or the weather isn't perfect. Walking around, you can see old streets, stone buildings, and remains of a town that existed thousands of years ago. It's pretty amazing to think that people were living here, building homes, trading, and going about normal life long before Santorini became a travel destination. I liked that it adds more depth to the island. Santorini is beautiful on the surface, but places like Akrotiri remind you that it also has a long and dramatic history. It doesn't take a full day to visit, but it's definitely worth adding if you want more than just beaches and sunset photos. If you've enjoyed the video so far, please subscribe to my channel and click the thumbs up button as well. Red Beach is one of the most unique beaches in Santorini, mostly because of the huge red cliffs behind it. It doesn't look like a normal soft white sand beach, but that's exactly what makes it interesting. The colors are different from what you might expect in Greece, with dark sand, red rock, and blue water all in one place. I think this is more of a sightseeing beach than a place where you spend the whole day. It can get crowded, and the beach area itself is not huge, but it's still worth seeing because it looks so different. You can walk down, take photos, swim for a bit, or just look at the cliffs from above. It's also close to the Akrotiri area, so it's easy to combine with the archaeological site on the same day. Even if you don't stay long, Red Beach is one of those stops that adds variety to the trip and shows a completely different side of Santorini. A boat trip around the Caldera is a great way to see Santorini from another angle. From the villages on the cliffs, you're always looking down at the water, but being out on a boat gives you a better feeling of how dramatic the island really is. Many tours take you to the volcanic island, the hot springs, and sometimes nearby islands like Thracia. The volcano stop is interesting because you can walk around the rocky landscape and see how the island's history is connected to eruptions. The hot springs are also a fun part of the trip. Although the water is more warm than actually hot, still, it's something different, and swimming near the volcanic rocks feels pretty cool. I liked that the boat trip breaks up the usual routine of walking through villages and taking photos from viewpoints. It gives you a more relaxed day on the water with a mix of scenery, history, and a little bit of adventure. One of the best ways to really enjoy the views in Santorini is by doing the hike from Fira to Oia, or vice versa. It's not a short walk, but it's one of those activities that feels worth it because the scenery keeps changing the whole way. You walk along the edge of the Caldera, passing through places like Fira Stefani and Imerovigli, with the sea and cliffs beside you for a lot of the route. I liked that it gives you a slower way to see the island instead of just jumping between viewpoints. There are white buildings, churches, small paths, and wide open views where you'll probably want to stop for photos many times. The hike can take a few hours, depending on your pace and how often you stop. It's best to start early in the morning or later in the afternoon because the sun can get strong. You don't need to be an expert hiker, but comfortable shoes definitely help. It's a simple activity, but one of the most memorable ways to experience Santorini. A great beach to visit in Santorini is Kamari Beach. It has dark volcanic sand, so it feels very different from the soft white beaches you might expect in other places. There's also this really dramatic cliff at one end, so that makes the scenery really impressive. The beach is long, organized, and easy to enjoy, which makes it a good option if you want a relaxed day without needing to plan too much. What I like about Kamari is that there's a nice mix of beach time and town atmosphere. You can swim, rent a sunbed, or just walk along the shore, but there are also plenty of restaurants, cafes, and small shops right behind the beach. That makes it easy to take a break from the sun, grab lunch, or stay into the evening. The water is usually clear, and the big mountain at one end of the beach gives the area a really nice backdrop. It's a bit lively, but still easygoing, so it works well if you want a beach day with everything close by. Imerovigli is one of the prettiest villages in Santorini, and it feels a bit calmer than Oia and Fira. It sits high on the Caldera, so the views are amazing almost everywhere you look. The whole village has that classic Santorini look, with white buildings, small paths, blue details, and terraces facing the sea. What I liked about Imerovigli is that it feels peaceful without being boring. You can walk around slowly, stop for photos, and enjoy the views without quite as much crowd pressure as Oia. It's also a great place for sunset, especially if you want a beautiful view but don't want to be packed into the most famous sunset spot. One place worth seeing nearby is Skaros Rock, which is a rocky viewpoint just below the village. You can walk toward it if you want a bit more adventure, or just enjoy it from above. Imerovigli is a great stop if you want the Santorini views in a slightly more relaxed way. Santorini is also known for wine, so doing a wine tasting is a nice way to add something different to the trip. The island has a dry, volcanic landscape, and the grapes grow in a special way close to the ground because of the wind. Even if you don't know much about wine, it's still interesting to see how different it is from greener wine regions. A lot of wineries have beautiful views, so the experience is not just about the wine itself. You can try local wines like Akrotiri, which is one of the island's best-known white wines, and usually taste a few others too. I liked that wine tasting in Santorini feels relaxed and scenic. You sit down, try a few glasses, learn a little, and enjoy the view at the same time. It's a good late afternoon activity, especially if you want something calmer after a beach or sightseeing day. One of the best ways to end a day in Santorini is with dinner somewhere overlooking the Caldera. The island is famous for its views, so it feels worth planning at least one meal where you can sit outside, look over the water, and just enjoy the setting. It doesn't have to be the fanciest restaurant on the island, but the view really does make the evening feel special. You'll find lots of restaurants in places like Fira, Stefani, Imerovigli, and Oia with terraces facing the sea. I'd try to go a little before sunset if you can, because that's when the light is nicest and the whole view starts changing. After a full day of walking, swimming, or sightseeing, sitting down with Greek food, a drink, and that view is a really nice way to slow down. It's one of those moments where you don't need to do much. You just sit there, enjoy the food, and let Santorini do the rest. And that's it for my Santorini travel guide. Let me know in the comments below which of these 10 things you're most excited to do. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.